All right. Next question I had is why should I use an advisor versus doing it myself? I've heard this a number of times. I think it's relevant, especially in the age of computer access to everything. Um, Historically it was you had to go through a stockbroker to get anything. You'd have to buy and sell through them, pay their fee, and that was it. But with the advent of all the online tools, the E-Trades, the Scottrades, all the, I'm sure there's a lot of them at this point. We even now have the robo-advisors. You could work through an advisor that works for an insurance company, an advisor that works for a bank, or somebody like myself that's an independent. Um, and I came up with three reasons that I could think of why you would not want to do it yourself. First reason, education. This is um, this is a bizarre world we're in now. I remember when people used to buy stock and they had pride in what they owned. They'd have the actual physical shares of the stock. Look, I own shares of, I don't know, Disney. They would be all excited about that. Or General Electric. What a great company. I own shares in that company. That would be the attitude. Now, things seem very different. People buy and sell because, well, I guess there's a lot of reasons. Most of which I'll probably never understand. There doesn't seem to be a lot of discipline in the marketplace for strategy. But okay, so if education being my first issue here, what learning curve is there to understand what to do, how to do it, how to deal with it? Um, I suggest there's a large learning curve, and it's continuously that moving target. So that would be one main problem. Do you have the time to learn and educate and stay on top of all this stuff? Um, maybe you go home and like to watch Kramer and Mad Money, and you know maybe you learn some things from that. Maybe you've learned that you can pick some winners and you can definitely pick some losers, and hopefully you pick more winners than losers. That's fine. That ties me into my second issue here, time. Do you have the time to actually do all of this work? Where are you going to be when the stock market's about to dive downward? Where are you going to be when the market's about to go back up? Um, Most people that I encounter have jobs and they have to be somewhere. So, that's one major issue. Are you a physician working 50 hours a week? Let's be serious here. How much time do you have to devote to this pursuit and the significant savings that you have? Um, Gambling that away with maybe I'll be in the middle of something at work and can't get away, or maybe not. I would suggest that's kind of a reckless way to approach your retirement funds. I've certainly had clients that like to have sort of their own little pot that they want to play with on the side. Um, you know, Whatever. I won't argue with people. Whatever your goals and dreams are, that's important to you. But the bulk of your savings, you should probably not be gambling. Um, those are some big pieces. Also, emotion would be another issue. Do you get emotional over this? Emotion is it's challenging. What were you doing in 2008 when the stock market was diving down? How did you handle it? Did you have some sort of a strategy in place? Were you able to hold on, or did you pull all of your money out of the market? Did it get really upsetting? A lot of people were very upset, and I can understand why. Although I think it lacks discipline if you did pull your money out. Trying to time the market twice, meaning, are you pulling the money out at the right time, and are you going to put it back in at the right time? That's a lot of guesswork. I don't know. Everyone has to make their own decisions, and they have to sleep with the decisions they make. But those three issues alone, I would suggest, should give you some pause. I don't begrudge people that do that themselves. There are plenty of people that file their own taxes, and they're fine with that. Personally, I have a CPA that handles that for me, and I'm extremely educated on top of finance. But tax is a whole other world. So, keep that in mind. That's just my 2 cents. If you'd love to debate the topic anymore, give me a call, shoot me an email. I'd love to hear your take on it.